Greetings, Algebra. I'm back with the fourth and final video. We solved by graphing, we solved by square roots, we solved by factoring. When we can't do any of that, or we don't want to do one of those, we could always solve by using the quadratic formula. Now we need it written in standard form. Right now it's close to standard form. Just need to get that to the other side. X squared plus 9x plus 14 equals 0. Now, I asked you to solve this by factoring in the last video. We could solve the same equation now by using the quadratic formula. Do you remember the quadratic formula? All right, there it is. Now we just substitute our values in. A, B, and C. A is the number in front of x squared. What is it? A equals 1, the coefficient on x squared. B is the coefficient on x. B equals 9. C equals 14. Then you substitute those values in. Wherever I see a B, I'm going to plug in 9. So instead of B, we're going to have a 9. Instead of B, we're going to have a 9. Instead of A, we're going to have a 1. And instead of C, we're going to have 14. Okay? Instead of an A over here, we're going to have a 1. Now we just evaluate that following order of operations. So we are going to have negative 9 plus or minus the square root. Now do the order of operations here the right way. You could punch that in your calculator, but make sure you use parentheses. Okay? 9 squared is 81. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 or negative 4. So we're going to have 81 minus something here. So 4 times 14 is 4 times 10, which is 40. 4 times 4 is 16, so that's 56. So we're going to have 81 minus 56 inside there. All over 2 times 1, which is 2. So this is negative 9 plus or minus the square root of 25 all over 2. All right, I need to do some erasing here. Okay. Now, from here, we can write two separate equations. Negative 9 plus the square root of 25. What's the square root of 25? 5. So if negative 9 plus 5 divided by 2 is one of our equations. Our other one is negative 9 minus 5 divided by 2. So over here, we're going to get negative 4 over 2, which is equal to negative 2. Over here, we're going to get negative 14 over 2, which is equal to negative 7. Negative 2 and negative 7 are our two solutions. In the previous video, you had to solve that equation by factoring. You should have got the same answers. Your factor should have been x plus 2 and x plus 7. Those were the two numbers that would multiply to be 14 and add up to 9, right? And then those should have been your two answers. You guys solved it by factoring. I just showed you how to solve it using the quadratic formula. I want you to solve the other problem in video 3. The one I factored, I want you to solve using the quadratic formula. That equation was 2x squared plus 5x equals negative 3. First thing, we're solving it using the quadratic formula. Now solve this using the quadratic formula. Get the 3 on the other side. So that would be the first step. Then figure out what A, B, and C are. A, B, hint, C is going to be positive 3 because we're moving it to the other side. Now substitute A, B, and C into your quadratic formula. X equals opposite of B plus or minus the square root of B squared minus 4AC all over 2A.